when it was Kemet, Black Egypt. It was a Nile Valley civilization. Black Egypt. It wasn't no Mediterranean culture. Like and subscribe. You gon' get tormented for 4 minutes if it's war. When it just said Jessaru got a false door in it. The Nubian flow, that's before Kemet. My Kim T got rubies and gold, and it's fit for a Kushite king. But what it look like, the green Sahara ring bearer, bring terror to your satellite kingdom, so they do not bother me. Scarification look like wavy line pottery. Kush with the black top pots, a rap top notch, and I could kick it till your laptop stops. I'm like Tahaka, Shabaka, or Pianki, the author's a father. Any cocky, I came down the Nile through the lands of Kush, living a pre-dynastic pharaoh way and marrow way. Kerma, Khartoum, or Simna by the 5th cataract. Now I put the 5th wheel on the Cadillac. So much ride, a white man couldn't battle that though. They had to paddle back. Black Egypt. Black Egypt. Black Egypt. You gotta look and see where the Nile started. Black Egypt. And how it was easier to go downstream and upstream. And which way the river flowed. Don't look at the color, look at the culture. Black Egypt. What you know about Dynasty 00? Roll through with Shimsu, Heru on the standard. Ta-Nehisi, Sudanese G's. Try to test me, I'm an archer from Taseti. The squad ready, so I'm stepping in with the extra thin leopard skin. A tail on the apron with my crown on. You can crack jokes, but I ain't the one to clown on. Hey yo, Egypt was black, and that's a fact. All you little suckers need to step on back. They tried to throw us off, but we kept on track. We started doing research, but you slept on that. And with Kemet, it don't matter what the name means. If it's a black culture, then that's the same thing. Race science is a lame thing. Ever since Nubian times, I let the chain swing. How the first known in Egypt was Taseti, but Taseti was Taseti already. Yep, it meant the land of the bow, and when Egyptians needed archers, this is where they would go to recruit them. I got arrows and I shoot them. Who them fake pharaohs? I uproot them and use Black Egypt. 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 What up? What up? Just chilling, kicking back, about to get it popping. Been having some little, you see my stream's just been shutting down lately. I don't know, I'm blaming this on my computer right now. Even though I got a healthy rig, it's something I be doing, man. Something I be doing. I don't know, it seemed like a computer lasts for me about 1 year, bro. Then they get to just doing some crazy shit. I got normal, but I might download too much shit. Maybe it be them YouTube downloaders and shit. It be some apps be getting something in my computer that mess everything up. And that's craziness. Let's see if we could get it popping or not, though. I'm the rock squad up, Magi archers in the building, please believe. Oh shit. If you ain't Sinetta, no time for that interview, dog. I put my shit out for niggas, I don't send it to blogs. Clan kill off the Buddha, not being discreet. One puff, this big pops and projectiles. Between the sheets. Sun run, cold game, bring your cleats. The best flow blow, Eskimo, penguin feet. Don't need no blunt to burn. You run the turf with 10 niggas on the block. That's a punt return. Ayo, Dolomite prototype soldier with the solar light. Saber and he hold it like he hold a mic. Golden ice pendants. Sipping on that overpriced poltergeist spirits. Ripping at the open mic. Quoting nice lyrics like Mama moved mean overnight. Golden motorbike holding on some Tron shit. That nice neon kit is on it. The king's libation with exotic liqueur. The queen's vibration like a Sada Shakur. A lot of decor, imported foreign threads, they ain't got at the store. Nubian Kush, and black top pottery jars, 39% THC, the quality pure. Old rappers try to spit ain't hot as before. It's like I'm 5 flights above, bust the shots at the floor. Cats switch up they style and they ain't got it no more. Cause they gotta keep Magi archers to the rescue. See what that weed did? You yes man agreeing on everything we said. I smother the mic like it's the love of my life. Don't get sliced and beat with the butt of the knife. Brother polite to say I'm animalistic. That's me, boy. Best hip hop on Bandcamp in February, boy. Think I'm cannibalistic, E5 divination. Y'all didn't know I still get it in? Visionary. Let's play poetical Pictionary. Picture me burning down your missionary. Yeah, then I send you religion. That red dot on your head, that's Hindu tradition. Invisible, independent, intrinsic shit. I'll bring it all to an end with indivisible gains. Charles Xavier, getting your brain. Mental anguish or manifesting physical pain. Wizard remains to dance in the chemical rain. Breathe slow, then I'm up out of this physical plane. Got military machinery that exercise weaponized greenery. Shine at a jeopardize the scenery, son. Bruh, the beam 10 times your distance. Inclines convention. Stop rising with no trend line resistance. The parabolic breakout. I'm F-16 with the aeronautic fake out. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. It's the God killer. The God killer. That's who it is. The God killer. The God killer. It's the God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. It's the God killer. The God killer. The God killer. The God killer. That slap right there. I ain't never made nothing that slapped the same way forever though. This song right here slapped the same way every time you play it. It don't like wear off or decrease.
Health care.
The reason why is because it ain't too many temporal lyrics in there. So that's how you make your shit timeless. No current events. You don't want to mention no current events unless you're going to do a song that's going to expire. Or it's going to be dated by that current event that you rapping about. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to put this up down. We're going to start taking up this offering like we in church. Keep the channel popping. I need to run straight to Best Buys. First of all, I can show y'all my computer. Y'all will be like, damn, that motherfucker, it should have lasted longer than this. Intel, I just got an i7 core, got 64 gigs of RAM. I think I'm just about to, do a reworking. But y'all can go on and throw it in because we need to keep the show popping. We don't need no downtime. So I'm about to go grab me a new rig. And I can't look, I got girls going to college. Luckily, my daughter's so smart, man. Golly, dude, if I was so lucky. So I'm lucky that she hella smart and got these scholarships, making it easy on the pimp. But I was spooked, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, spooked to have to do this college thing right now. My older daughters both graduated from Georgia State. They were smart too, so they got their scholarships on. But yeah, y'all gonna feel free. Y'all want to put something on that new rig I'm about to go grab. Feel free to kick in. There go the Cash App. It's all good. Don't feel burdened too, though. Never feel burdened. Because I'm just over here chilling. You feel me? So what was we at? So I was just, I got into some music thoughts today because I had to read. I was just doing some business and just was reading over some stuff. Yo, play Crazy, bro. All right, we're going to play Crazy, bro. I do want an extra second before we start getting it in. Shout out to y'all in the building. Like, subscribe, do whatever you can. Or just watch, listen and learn. I guarantee you, when I go live, I always want to be putting out something good. I might get caught up. I'm just normal. I'm not Superman. I might get caught up and you might see me acting real normal and shit. Cussing people out. You might even be thinking, damn, that's Smash. That's really me though. I'm just like you though. I'm not holier than thou. We just trying to be better. So yeah, we're gonna play that. They Crazy, bro.
by request.
And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Alright, it's getting kinda dirty in these YouTube streets. The Amin Ra squad, God thinking you dudes weak. Islam or Judaism, where you learn what you dudes teach. The West African rapper slapping with that voodoo speech. All that sub-Saharan terror about a cuckoo feet. I'm like Norma, that agricultural farmer that grew you wheat for the storehouses. We feed the Hebrews and lead the people when we defeat the feeble. They wanna know polite rip me off, but Sonetta paid me my money though. That mean he 100. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Nubian with the jewels, I rock the pinky. I think Jesus got to save me. A doctor save me, a Dr. Inky. I cop the copper jewels on blue and red. I'm not the chakra doctor y'all claim woke, but you in bed. You won't pop a chopper, you Grandmaster J. You just talking. Punks turn the other cheek and you will walk away. Y'all gon' have to pardon my Moorish. That's to Harker Bay. I'm on that black African power on my darkest day. And that's my brother Ankh stomping them other punks. We brought them gators to Italy, you loving the Moors. And now I'm teaching from my shrine like brother Jabari. Scoping the savannah cause I'm on another safari. Tasha K showed us Frank record. Young Pharaoh just losing his mind and y'all can't help him. I know one thing, you're a fool if you're still out here donating to Umar school. That shit cool. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh. Look. You showing your hidden colors like Tariq Nasheed. A bunch of pseudo information I don't think I need. Probably lying on the text, act divine as Zion Lax. Just get that microphone ready. With Metal Netta, I'm Son Jetty. A Ujahu, a Saw Imhotep. Y'all probably timid still on them Bobby Hemmett teachings. I'm in Gozy with the DNA. Cats corny and it's killing me too. You talk that black shit, but you look Arab like Gorilla Hebrew. You need therapy, they telling me just chillin', be cool. I'm a madjai archer, you a sad guy talking. And I'ma work cause I ain't going out lazy, bruh. Thought he was conscious, but the homie just played me, bruh. The house of consciousness is going out crazy, bruh. They crazy, bruh.
All right, check it out, look. They say the game is to be sold, not told. And we done form whole industries off that. But I ain't never felt that though. Oh yeah, we going all over the place then, hold on. They trying to make this a hip hop show. Cause I wanted to let that bump. That was slapping. But they say the game ain't to be sold. I mean, it's to be sold, not told. But I felt like that hold a lot of cats back. Cats who ain't game savvy, who don't soak it up like we soak it up. So we need to do what I call spread game, man. So we gonna spread some game today. And y'all can kick in when y'all feel it's good.
Chevy cause she ready and she say she wanna ride with me. I got my fatty so I'm steady trying to get a little privacy. I got my Bila, my tequila, so I'm hopping out the driver's seat. Enough of that, I hit him with the toughest rap. Something that niggas didn't miss, but now your brother back harder than the barnacles attached to wells. With 100-round calico to catch the shells. My network is big enough to catch a whale, and you ain't gotta be fishing to catch a L. Your boy still for real. Speedboat and Cabo, silk the deal. But I'm built to kill.
I just like the little wordplay though. Boy said my network big enough to catch a whale, boy. But see, if your net don't work, then you ain't catching shit. But I'm talking about this money game we talking about. That network, man. We need a network. We are a network. We got a good enough, man. I understand good people when they're around me. I don't need 1,500,000 in the chat. It's more options. The probabilities rise, but you can have 45 people listening and have everything you need to, more than everything you need to effectively pull off some on Earth. Like they be like how many people did Mark Zuckerberg have? Think about it though. When Mark Zuckerberg was on this shit, how many people did he have? How many people did what's his name? Bill Gates have? How many people did I'm trying to think of the other dude. But what my point is, don't get overwhelmed. I be knowing. And then people be sleeping. Cause I be like, I'm not nobody like that. I am somebody. But I don't want you to think I'm saying pretentious shit. But I'll be in somebody's chat. I might be in somebody's chat. They might have 3 people watching. And I'll look at them probably getting discouraged on their viewership. And I'm in my head thinking, damn, homie, you don't even know I'm one of the 3 people. I'm not about to say nothing. But you trying to rap and shit, and you only got 3 people watching, and you discouraged, and you don't even know that I'm one of the 3 people. So that right there, when I experienced it on that side of the fence, I already know that shit happened for me too. Nigga, I know what I put in the earth. It'll be all good since day one because I tried that other shit. That bad shit don't work. And my conscience, I don't know, I can't do no bad shit. I got too heavy of a conscience. I think that come from like my mama. So I'll fuck it up. Like if we was doing something, I'm gonna fuck it up. That's why I stay out of that shit. You feel me? Niggas don't even know they self good enough. They think they could be a good criminal. What? I can't be that. All that stress y'all be dealing with, y'all don't get to go just kick it. You gotta look over your shoulder, huh? I go crazy. Like imagine now that's what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna show y'all and prove to y'all and just for free, everything any nigga gave for like two G's for. I know all that shit. All of it. Because I'm a real businessman. And I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying? And so eventually, you just gonna know what people talking about, but they juking people, getting people, and what they be doing is lining you up to go to jail, bro. So your jail might not be like next week, but you not getting over. Let's talk about it straight, and I'm gonna give out a lot of game, and when y'all feel like, it ain't useful, then you could whatever. But if it is useful, tap in and make sure it's useful for me too. You feel me? First though, I was looking on my hip hop shit. I was looking, rest in peace. See, this is the part of the game other people can't do. They can't even really go to their own city and find one person to put on for. Let alone go into their field or their profession and just keep on pulling up people putting on for them. It's not because, man, I heard a dude trying to act like when I said I knocked some fools out, that I was acting like I was gangster. There go the 2 big misconceptions too. Huh? Because you defend well, you somehow live a life of some other shit? Hell fucking no. Don't ever let nobody confuse you. Everybody will ever tell you I maintained this shit since like 13 years old, bro. First time I see niggas smoking weed on the block, I came outside like a parent, bro. Cass was looking at me like, you go John with his old dumb ass. I'm smoking. But when I was 13, I was like, what y'all doing? Y'all got me fucked up. And cats was like, you gotta get up out of here. But I don't know, that just was, but what I was saying, I just be seeing other shit cats don't be seeing sometimes. And cats be seeing one thing. Ain't nobody gonna ever be like, man, he got me fucked up, man. I hate that man. Hell no. At least they might say it if they was trying to be a rapper and we had the battle, then that might be that. But other than that, it just be love. And that's all I be wanting to put out. So I don't know what I be doing to make these streams kick off, but I'm gonna go grab that new computer. And like I said, if y'all want to help kick in to make sure I could keep on casting, then y'all can hit that cash out. But what I was looking at was Sean P put on for me. Rest in peace. Because cats didn't know me and P was working on an album. So it'd be like this, though. In your own head, you only in your own reality, right? And I know not to over-appraise myself. But I know not to under-assess myself either. You know what I'm saying? Like, cats who be thinking they too raw, you lightweight, you could get full of yourself and get knocked down. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna be aware of that. Like, and then I really have a certain sense of knowing that what the best actually is. It ain't one thing, dog. That's why cats keep messing up. They don't understand the plurality or the duality or the whatever of mastery and how life works and how shit switch every day. Somebody practicing hecka hard day might just be today. You feel me? You might run up on somebody on their day. Then you be like, dang, what happened to my ego? So there go P right here talking about, now let me tell y'all my side of this experience before we hear his side of it. Because we working through the computer, we probably seen each other twice, 3 times in the flesh. Once he came to a show I had in San Francisco, a couple other times, I just can't remember. Once in New York, I think we was going to like Rock the Bells or something in New Jersey or something. Man, we walking down the street in boot camp. Hey, they gonna tell you from the shoulders. I love them dudes. They pulled up on us and they was trying to see how we was gonna react. Like if y'all was walking through Oakland and we just seen y'all like, let's spook these fools. And they pulled up on us. It was P. It was Steel. I don't know if Buckshot was in the car, in the van. But they slid the van door open, pulled up on us like that. And that shit was hella funny. They started laughing at my reaction. They was like, Bass was ready. That shit was hella funny. I know somebody remember that shit, but I remember that shit though. I'm cussing hella much this morning, huh? Did I put something about knowledge on the screen? I might have. When I put my knowledge titles up, I'll be more, watching myself. Right now I'm just chilling. But so from my perception of the songs we were sending, I thought everything I sent it was hella weak, bruh. So when I sent it, I thought it was fire. But I didn't get no response back from P. And that's another thing we need to stop doing. No matter what's going on, we gotta correspond, especially if we working together artistically. Because I thought my shit was weak. So I started having phases in my creative head. I kind of felt like I played myself. I was like, damn. How the hell you gonna have Sean P want to do an album? First of all, I'm over analytical. So I start going all in on myself. Like, you should have did this. You did it like this, and you should have did this. So I start thinking, why did you send them all your raps first? You should have, sent them 2 of your raps. You feel me? And no, we was gonna working on like 8, 9 songs, so I only sent him 4 songs, but my raps was on it. And I was thinking, damn, that he heard my raps now, he don't even want to do the album. And that's what was in my head. Then I seen this video one day after he passed. And this is what he said. Hold on.
Casual, aka SMashrock. Well, we gotta finish the album. He rhymes so dope, man. I had to go back to the lab. He got me sweating and all that. But he's official, you know what I mean? But I got a lot of projects I'm working on, man. Then I might do another solo album, Mega Sean. You know what I mean? I'm just working, man. God is good. I just, my Wiz gave birth to my daughter yesterday, man. So everything.
Oh, hold on, my bad.
Price. 6 pounds, 11
I'm gonna let him say it again.
Me and Aguilar got an album together. Me and my man Casual, aka SMashrock. Well, we gotta finish the album. He rhymes so dope, man. I had to go back to the lab. He got me sweating and all that. But he's official, you know what I mean? But I got a lot of projects I'm working on, man. Then I might do.
I didn't know that's what you thought, family. God, I was at my house thinking I was hella weak. But he heard it and said, damn, he rhymes so official, I gotta go back to the lab. So that's why he wasn't sending me those songs. And again, sometimes it take a long time for you to get your confirmations. You know what I mean? But you should learn when you get those confirmations that if you had some sort of resilience or fortitude, we call it an ego, but people don't like ego. But the only thing that was there in place as a sense of something that's innate in man to prevent me from having those misconceptions is a solid ego. Knowing your shit raw. That didn't happen. You know? I'm gonna hear that one more time.
You know what I mean? I'm just working, man. God is good. I just, my Wiz gave birth to my daughter yesterday, man. So everything is good, man. Big up my baby Sean Price. 6 pounds, 11 ounces, man. Born March 8th. Me and Aguilar got an album together. Me and my man Casual, aka SMashrock. Well, we gotta finish the album. He rhymes so dope, man. I had to go back.
You can't find nobody saying nothing bad about that name, Smash Rockwell, on the internet until I start trying to teach in the community. And motherfuckers who disagree with me take that name and they put it in video titles saying stupid shit. That right there be make me be like, man, niggas is hella boost. What was I on though? I don't know why I was on the gram though, because I had thought about that Sean P. Old school Reggie. Shout out to brother Baba Reggie.
I learned aspects of the metal nature from Dr. Ricchetti, 1986-87, and then it's not important to me at some points in my life, and then more important to me, I got more back into it with the debates and stuff like that because I bought the meta nature, the concept of the meta nature to the Black News 102 House of Consciousness, and I went and got the best meta nature reader that I could find, right? Who was way better than me, Jonathan Owens. Yeah, well, that's simple. I learned aspects of the meta nature from Dr. Ricchetti, 1986-87, and then it's not important to me at some points in my life, and then more important to me, I got more back into it with the debates and stuff like that because I bought the meta nature.
But Reggie really know he my teacher. He just be being humble.
Black News 102 House of Consciousness. And I went and got the best meta nature reader that I could find, right? Who was way better than me, Jonathan Owens. Yeah, well, that's simple. I learned aspects of.
I love all of this, and that's why I actually put it on my real Instagram. Shout out to Brother Reggie and shout out for the flowers. And it's because after a long ass career of doing hella work and shit, it'd be like, dang, don't nobody feel this? You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, dang, I'm Boosie. But then you find out now Cass was fucking with it. They just was fucking with it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is just for some fun. I did some rhymes. If you actually listen to the rhymes, they hot, but this was just having fun one day. Let's see.
Oh, bro, OG on beats, in the field rocking Dion cleats. I touch a grill, it'll feel like warm in a Leon Spinks. Blood stains under the black light, neon pink. It get hot, I make it feel like a Freon link. My texture stretch, let's just say I'm beyond reach. Breath control, hot and extra long-winded rap, book off the hook is like a methadone clinic. If you ever step to John, respect the dynamics, cause I'm with the beast boy. Peppercorn spinach, the heat blow like a hair dry, air fry. Get jacked up and I ain't putting on the spare time. To clarify, that tool is not a pair of pies. Paralyze your lead the scene, cleaner than a sterilizer. The terrorizer strap a beat to my back and blow up like a whale's exhale or a pair of geysers. Who put that real shit on your timeline? Never mind, your boy aged like fine wine. Knowing I've been flowing before he ever wrote a fly rhyme. And I'm still spilling like I'm the Dakota pipeline. With the quotables, I'm in your top five. The flow, let them know, bro, OG on beats. In the field rocking Dion cleats. I touch a grill, it'll feel like warm in a Leon Spinks. Blood stains under the black light, neon pink. It get hot, I make it feel like a Freon link. My texture stretch, let's just say I'm beyond reach. Breath control, hot and extra long-winded rap, book off the hook is like a methadone clinic. If you ever step to John, respect the dynamics, cause I'm with the beast boy. Peppercorn spinach, the heat blow like a hair dry, air fry. Get jacked up and I ain't putting on the spare time. To clarify, that tool is not a pair of pies. Paralyze your lead the scene, cleaner than a sterilizer. The terrorizer strap a beat to my back and blow up like a whale's exhale or a pair of geysers. Who put that real shit on your timeline? Never mind, your boy aged like fine wine. Knowing I've been flowing before he ever wrote a fly rhyme. And I'm still spilling like I'm the Dakota pipeline. With the quotables, I'm in your top five.
That was fun to listen to. I don't be remembering that shit. But I heard something that was fun in there. What it was something that made me laugh. I can't even remember it. Dion cleats, something. Oh, I said it get hot. I make it feel like a Freon leak. Blood stains under the black light, neon pink. That's hard. And I heard some more shit, but I couldn't really remember it though. But that was cool though. I don't know. I didn't mean to be on this vibe, but the vibe's just doing what they're doing right now. Because I was thinking about something that it took like 55 years for me to find out that Richie Rich was fucking with me like that. Shout out Richie Rich, man. One day he came out and like, man, Casual the whole. He just said it on his Instagram. He must have just been listening to something. I don't know. But whatever he was listening to, he just got on his Instagram and said, man, Casual the rawest rapper in the Bay, hands down. Who won the debate? Richie Rich said that, man. I had to screenshot that out of love. I was like, what? For real? I was looking to see that if I could find that. But I ain't tripping. We're going to do the knowledge. But, you know, I just was like, God damn, he said that for real. That was crazy. Steph Curry put on for my sister. Look.
Let's see here. They got a 4.8 rating too. I'm about to get that up to a 5. Let's go cupcaking. What's up, y'all? Steph Curry here. Be awesome to drive around Oakland and visit some of my favorite
factors in that city, boy.
All right, so anytime you're getting off practice like me or you're getting off work and you want to reward yourself, you got to find you a nice little cupcake shop, right? A lot of good things happen when you Google black-owned businesses in Oakland. And you find yourself cupcake in the bake shop right here. Look at this. Look at this. That is how you end the day right there. It's crazy when you get a cupcake with your face on it.
Shout out to Steph Curry. He the man. Now that's how you support black business. You know what I'm saying? He did that. He's the man. Golly. Oh, this is the Grouch. Now look, I did an internet contest. I only did half of the song, right? And I was like, whoever finished this song and put the best second verse on here, we gonna release it. I be trying to do different shit in hip hop. And real rappers responded. That shit was crazy. Shout out to the Grouch. The Grouch, the man. I just was at the house chilling like we be doing right now. Man, Yuck my dude. I'm going to go into that. But we never worked on Hella Music. Yuck could tell you, though. That's my man. Then, you know, we go back. Yeah. But right here, the Grouch, we lightweight went to high school together. Never had did no music or nothing like that. But him getting on this song made us be like, man, let's keep working. So we got, I don't know why that's even on the back burner. We got like 12, 13 songs together. But this is the one that he had responded to live on Instagram. Shout out to the Grouch.
Don't talk about it, be about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Anything you say, be about it.
So I do my little no limit scheme on here.
Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Anything you say, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. All right, look. Chinese trade routes, I'm sending silk to Shaka Nubian pottery. Mama filtered with the filtered water. You thirsty killer, this that Percy Miller for the young Romeos who don't know me though. I got carried out to my chariot with golden rims, holding 10 rim folded in like Mr. Cola, Soldier Slim. Rolling and swollen and flim, spitting over them, holding a golden pen with the soul of older men. So many rhymes I can't hold them in. Can't hold my lip, give me your girl, I'm a developer like I'm cold script. She want the python, that's why she calling John. Got mixed up in my blender, too many polygons. On the blockchain, you can have the alley don. I'm probably on the Cali lawn with the bally's on. Trading crypto from my phone when the rally's on. You hating bitch know that it's on, so she bout it, dog. Be about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Anything you say, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Anything you say, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it.
Look, I just did a little verse to that song and I got a nice little hook to it too. So I was thinking I'm gonna leave the second verse blank. Post the song, you can just rip it off my Instagram, and if you got a home studio set up right now, drop a verse on it. But the contest gonna be over in like 4 hours.
I write raps, rip the whole beat with an app, put this dope shit together now. First line gotta be clever, like Erica. Difficult times call for heart, you merit the creativity. With that you're building character. In fact, this is a stream of wealth therapy, inherit that. I say dope shit so I can hear it back. If what comes around goes around, might tell the nearest cat. My message got 9 lives, track 1, put it on its side. I'm the Grouch and I will survive. Be about what you tell the tribe. I held the vibe highest all frequency, feel the lows when I ride by. Cause it's a whole spectrum. See the dots, connect them. When I free my thoughts, I bless them. Just like I've been blessed and I acknowledge that. Give my thanks, get my bank, and then I holler at you.
Yeah, we're gonna let that play one time. Cause that boy said Chinese trade routes. I'm sending silk to Shaka. But think about that for a minute, cause that's with the no limit scheme.
Don't talk about it, be about it. Anything you say, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it.
Hey, so it was like 30 versions of this song because so many people on Instagram sent back a version, but the Grouch won. We're going to run that one more time. I'm going to let that verse play that my man wanted to hear.
Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Anything you say, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. All right, look. Chinese trade routes. I'm sending silk to Shaka Nubian pottery. Mama filtered with the filtered water. You thirsty killer, this that Percy Miller for the young Romeos who don't know me though. I got carried out to my chariot with golden rims, holding 10 rim folded in like Mr. Cola, Soldier Slim. Rolling and swollen and phlegm, spitting over them, holding a golden pen with the soul of older men. So many rhymes I can't hold them in. Can't hold my lip, give me your girl, I'm a developer like I'm coding script. She want the python, that's why she calling John. Got mixed up in my blender, too many polygons. On the blockchain, you can have the alley Don. I'm probably on the Cali lawn with the bally's on. Trading crypto from my phone when the rally's on. You hating bitch know that it's on, so she bout it, dog. Be about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Anything you say, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Don't talk about it, be about it, about it. Anything you say, be about it.
We're gonna keep it popping, but my daughter just walked in and asked for some storage containers.
Verse to that song, and I got a nice little hook
I'm like,
to it, too.
okay,
So I was
'cause
thinking,
I'm
I'm
Pops.
gonna leave the second verse blank. Post the song, you can just rip it off my Instagram, and if you got a home
That was
studio
hot,
set
though.
up right now, drop a verse on.
That was hella fun to do. We still chilling. They gonna shut me down before the chill over, probably. So this is other people's verses they was doing for the song. Look.
I'm rapping about to be about you see me on the gram. Oakland native, grip to grips away your fam. Introduction to the Hall of Fame. Randy Savage, slip off my dress to million, type the Rocket Man. This babe blood has me down to bad at Corey Cash. Missing links for years, ripping shows magnetic ears. I'm the still on fuse from a bird's eye view. Perch, hip hop in general, therapy test and use. Straight from the floor, anything these lames tried to say. Fallen victims will pray. Again, I'm perched like a gargoyle on the capstone of your tinted hearse. The jealousy runs deep when you're not about work. Watching people capture, keep on the honey with this night watch. Ticking time bombs click until you come boom, you see pop. Another on the news bellowing out.
I don't know, man. Shout out to him though, but I can't even really hear it sometimes. But shout out to him though. I don't know what this was. Oh, this my man YG. Y'all remember YZ. I was about to say YG. Y'all gotta remember YZ. Who's the man with the master plan?
Until one day I was at the water staring at the sky.
Yeah, shout out to YZ. He had me on the show. I don't, what am I doing? I should have put Instagram show in this title. What was I on back in the day? Was I wrong? There was no gold in Egypt. Egyptian gold came from Nubia. Think I was right. Think I was right. Oh, I was looking for Richie Rich because that was a big moment, not because that was little, not because I feel like I'm flossing. That was actually a monumental moment. I had so many run-ins with Richie Rich where I thought he wasn't respecting the game of my rapping. You feel me? Then I asked him to get on the song. He did that shit, just rolled through for free. Like, oh, I've been waiting for this. I'm like, huh? I was puzzled. So the shit you be thinking in your head don't be the truth sometimes. Sometimes you be holding yourself back. Sometimes the image of yourself ain't the image of yourself. That other
Oh, you
people.
know, nice little aqueduct bass, man. She kind of pretty. I can't get my arm out. I'm going to get her back in this duck, though. But yeah, that's a nice aqueduct bass right there. One more shot of her. Wow.
You know how
Oh,
we
you
do.
know, nice little...
I beat it ahead, though. But what was he going to do? We're going to talk about some credit hacks and shit. And have some fun on that. Because it was about, and if they cut me off, I'm going to come back if that's the part y'all was waiting on to hear. Well, I'm just chilling. But this was nice. I need to go back fishing, bro. Get back out there some more. Oh, yeah, it got stuck. That's why it's all dirty. I don't be dragging fish up like that. So this was a hard-ass catch because I was standing on like this cliff. And it was a straight cliff. And it had some trees growing out the side of the cliff. And I caught the fish and reeling it up. You know, that's why you use that tough test if you bass fishing, sport fishing. Reeling it up, it got caught in the trees, bro. And I was like, I'm about to lose this fish. Then I was like, I'm not about to lose this fish. Because I had 60-pound tests. Like, you come with me, bro. But I put him back, though. Anyway, I don't need to find that right now. I just thought about it. And I was like, damn, that was hella crazy. I took a screenshot, though. But I was only showing it to say, again, not to be on no bullshit, just to be like, sometimes you be thinking certain shit, and you might even, I even go as far to say, you might even get depressed about some shit. Like, man, my shit ain't working. Or, man, what I'm doing ain't it. I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. And then you look back and be like, damn, motherfucker. Oh, here it go. Right when I was getting out of here. The real Richie Rich just came out the blue one day. Casual rap guy is hands down one of the greatest from this era. Lyrical, probably the GOAT. Let's argue. He really just wanted to say the GOAT, but he didn't want to go too far. I feel you, Rich, bro. So much love and respect. Damn, I didn't even understand that you felt that way. Even if you didn't, it's love and respect. But you saying that to your following is just crazy. Everybody follow you, Snoop Dogg, everybody. So they like, damn, that's crazy. But cats be thinking I just be making that shit up, like talking on YouTube and shit. Hell no, niggas be saying that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I seen Big Boy say that shit, bro, I damn near wanted to cry. Like, imagine playing hoop. And you didn't even, well, I made it to the NBA in that analogy. But, you know, this is like being on the bench, though. It wasn't the bench because they be like, you be balling. So how could you make underground hip hop equated to not the bench, but what do you call it? Like the G League or some shit? Hell no. But you have to equate it in the analogy to something. And so, I don't know. But in that analogy, I don't know what underground success is. Well, to me, success is being able to take care of your family and kids and shit. So when you younger, you envision it different. You know what I'm saying? But when you get older, you start being more mature. Being able to do what you want when you want and all that shit, bro. Come on now. All right, I'm going to get up out this Instagram after I hear from my man from the Outcast. You feel me? Because when I seen that shit, I was like, bro, you the man. I was trying to put together a marketing plan for my album, again, that didn't require no bread. I just called in some favors and I just did it on a note like, yo, if you like what you hear, send me a video back so I can put it on my gram. You feel me? And get it popping. And he came hard.
Yo, what's up? This big boy, a.k.a. Daddy Fat Sacks, with a public service announcement, boy. One of my player partners, one of the rawest MCs to breathe on microphones these days and all days, Casual, dropping that Big Head Science project on May 1st. Boy, he one of my favorites. One time for the Hieroglyphics crew, y'all know what it is. Casual, you know it's been time. Me and you, let's get one. My dog.
Hey, we still got to get that one.
Big boy, a.k.a. Daddy Fat Sacks.
So, that's before Rico dissed me.
Yo, what's up with it? This the man that knew Hyro before they went viral.
I got little shooters that's down to catch a body just to earn my trust.
Ladies and gentlemen, that boy Casual got a fucking album dropping May 1st.
Experiment with heaters, my cool.
Called Big Head Science.
Treasure at the cleaners, embarrass your leaders. Spaceship full of divas who cherish.
This song I'm playing right now is called The Gift of Science.
Do rag rap, Lord of the Spike Ring, Mike Fiend, Dynasty Monk, you a pipe dream.
Fire on set, fire!
This ain't a sitcom, I just got away with murder. You heard?
Woo! On all musical platforms, May 1st. The album is called Big Head by that boy Casual. He not just a fucking MC.
Oh yeah, so the funny part is I changed the name of the video, but let's get into it because someone asked a question. I got a late payment from Fingerhut. All right, so now we about to open up the game that's really worth it. I'm about to just cut to the chase, and this the part cats who be scamming y'all don't like. All right? Get your pens and paper. See if it's worth it. Hit the Cash App if you learned something you didn't know. Now, I'm just like to be advanced and savvy. If you go to hieroglyphics.org, you'll see how Tajay and, well, Stinky, which is a guy who contacted Tajay, they set up our website to be some of the first people selling music on the internet back in 1995. We got online, I think, 1997. So at that time, this is when them articles was coming out talking about how Chuck D was, I mean, you could just go do the history. Anyone could do the history. We was selling music online lightweight before Napster. You can use Wiki to verify. Go to hieroglyphics.org just like I did. All of the websites are still there. So, and now this was not the fruits of us being some technologically savvy young dudes. We just was raw at rapping, and we had a new style and a new following. So that helped people who was on another hype want to help us. You know how the young the internet was? Well, a guy named Stinky contacted Tajay, and he had already bought hieroglyphics.com, made the website for us, and then was just like, I want to turn it over. I'm just love y'all music like that. Y'all should get into this internet stuff. So if you start to look through the snapshots, you probably will be able to see our websites anyway. And you'll see the links to the music that we were, here we go, look. 97 to 98, this was our website. So at this time, people, oh, that's a scam. You feel me? And we like, nah, bro, this the future. It's called MP3s. MP3s, huh? Yeah. So, yeah, Napster is thought of as the first because the mistake we made, and you could go into it, and if you notice, Napster was the white dude who came up out the Bay Area. I forgot the dude's name, but then he went over PayPal. All of them was really, you could ask him, but all of those inevitably at the time, in no way you could not have been a Hyro fan. And we find this out as we grow up in life. Now that we get to call in favors from big executives all over the world just on the fact that they were a Hyro fan. But I'm not going to go and overstep my boundaries. All we got to do is line up the dates. And so we can see we're on our 1997 website here, right? And so you'll be able to see, well, I don't know if they're going to show the links to us. Yeah, well, here we go. Slip mats are here. Is your turntable here? So it will show you to our store. Now, if the store was still there, oh my God, it's still there, bro. You could actually go to the old store and see how we was getting this music off in 1997. Look, you feel me? Look, cassette only, 12-inch. Now let's see if we have moved to the MP3s yet. Whatever, but you can see it. It don't appear we got that format here. So we was really doing shipping out of a warehouse that we had rented in downtown Oakland. But notice clothing. The original 1997, how we was trying to get it in. Now, if you go to just the internet and just do the research of the internet, you can see how many people was actually doing this at the time. It really wasn't a lot. And so if we go to Wiki, do I got my sound effects? All right, let me see. We about to see Napster. I think they're going to say 1997, the same year. So if y'all know what Napster is the beginning of iTunes and all that stuff. But it was kind of illegal. It was peer-to-peer, and everybody was just ripping and selling music on this new format called an MP3. It was founded by Sean. I mean, that ain't what the screens say. I'm just talking. It said it was founded by Sean Fanning, Sean Parker, and Hugo Sanez Contreras. I hope I didn't mess your name up too much. As the software became popular, the company ran into legal difficulties over copyright infringement and ceased operation in 2001. But let's go look at the company's history. Now, initial release is 1999. So you see how much money we lost. And this is something I learned in my life. Because wherever you think ideas come from, the idea reached Stinky. And he brought it to hieroglyphics. And we did it for 2 years before what I mean by did it for 2 years, we at least was selling music on the internet. Again, I remember it was like Prince maybe had did something and maybe Public Enemy. But Prince had maybe came way later than this. Y'all got all ChatGPT and everything. Tell me who else was it? Because we won an award in like 97 or 96. It was just like the internet was so new. We like won an internet award, bruh. Some shit that you can't even win no more because there's too many websites. But they gave us some crazy award. We came in 3rd place. 2nd place was like Porsche or whoever. Yeah, and 1st place was like MDC. Something crazy, bruh. We was 3rd. I know I'm off on a tangent, but some of the stuff is like, okay. So we was a little bit ahead for that time period. When you see crypto came out, I can just go to show you all of the work that I had been doing in crypto since the beginning of it up until now, where we just living in where they're trying to take it out of being the Wild Wild West. But the project, I can show you over like 10 years of research into just that project. But I'm not going to go too far. I showed this before, but this was about 9 years ago. Think about what Cats was doing with crypto 9 years ago. I was telling Cats, just buy a little bit of Bitcoin. I know a few who listened. I listened, but I didn't, you know what I didn't do? I never had, my life was just never so, sometimes you got to dip into your investments. And I would always be doing that as I was teaching other people about Bitcoin. But this project really started 10 years ago.
Gonna happen.
Doing crypto like this. Back when Cats would be like, oh, it's a scam. And all this stuff. And I just be like, no, bro. Sometimes people is trying to tell you about what's going to come in the world in the future.
On one screen, we'll place.
So that was that. This was me trying to just showing you how we had to run it on. We had to run wallets and log on to blockchains using command prompt 9 years ago. Anyway. So I started doing some, and while maintaining that project, I started looking into, we're going to talk about some assets for a minute. I started looking into some scams that people was running into the conscious community because I knew they was full of shit. Particularly, it was this dude named Polite. And he was talking about, he had this video long ass time ago. I don't know how long y'all been around this shit. But he had this video a long time ago, and I was like, this shit look like, if niggas is falling for this, I was in the town just watching. And they were standing on some land. Who remember this video long ass time ago? It was Polite. Standing on some land with some fools. And they was like, oh, we just hit up the auction and we just bought all these houses and this is my land and I just got this for $1. I want to thank Polite and all this stuff. Y'all don't remember that video? Well, if y'all don't remember that video occurred. And I ain't the type to throw nobody away. That was at the time when I was literally trying to join New Covenant to get up on that game. I tried to join that about 2015, bruh. PayPal stopped me. Like, nope, you can't send money to that account. So that's when I was like, oh, this shit faulty. I seen a video that I thought was too good to be true, but I feel like I'm being fooled and I'm trusting fools. So I wanted to try to see if I could get in the information. And PayPal stopped me from sending the money. And so I'm telling y'all real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come into the conscious community, what happened to you? How did they wash you up in the washing machine before you realized what was real and what was not? Some dudes joined whole and went all the way living on the compound. That was me on my way. PayPal stopped it. And it's like you can't send them no money. Then I mentioned it to him when we was this back in the way back days. I was like, man, I was trying to get down with your thing you was doing. PayPal said, oh, don't worry. And I was like, huh? All right. That was my final confirmation. But anyway, when I started researching some of the information, this is when I started learning more about scammers and how scammers operate. What they're going to do is have some real information. So it boils down to this, and this is my ultimate way I put it. This is just my information that I think is true. That the difference between a scammer and a businessman is intent to deliver. They could be telling you, reading from the same exact books. The information could be true. But if they got no intent to deliver on that information, then you being scammed. So shit could look good. And I always felt like I've been sharp enough. I got 3-card Molly that about 13 years old. When I got 3-card Molly, I felt like a sucker. I was like, I'm never going to get got by nobody like that. Whoever got 3-card Molly when they was young, walking home with their last few dollars, some dope fiend walk up with 3 walnut shells and a peanut, and he and a cherry pit, and he start moving, talking about pick which one the cherry pit is under. And he about 45 and you 13. And he about the 3-card Molly, whatever it's called. That happened to me. And so that's when I first learned about scamming. I was like, this full of shit. That was a trick. He tricked me. Now he got my money. What do? I just went home. Motherfucker, old ass man. If I was like Doughboy in that movie, I'd have went up and whooped that old man. So as you get older, things become more complex. And there's more information than just pick which one the cherry pit under and you get the money. They start coming up with complex shit and it be based on something that's true. But the way they not going to deliver. So they could just get you all the way up into anything until they got your money, and then it's going to start turning different. So what I had learned out of that first investigation was what dude was saying on standing in the video, there was some truth to it. Everybody heard about the $1 land. So again, now we can start the game talk. And I'll turn it up since I took so long. We're going to go faster. So everybody heard about the $1 land stuff. So when we start talking about asset accumulation, this is kind of like the end point of what to do when you do run through the credit system, whichever way you run through it. And with whatever intents you got on earth as a individual, that is your character. But most certainly it's not going to work if your overall intent ain't, I don't want to say wholesome, but that's the word that's coming to me. So I'm just going to say it. Like people be like, you could go get the free money and then do some shit. No, the government coming after you. You could go get all the free money. So now let's start talking about it. What businesses and LLCs y'all got? Huh? How many LLCs y'all talking about? We talking about this. So one of the things people didn't know about was employee retention credit, right? And it's scammers out here who gonna get you so in jail, but you gonna get the money, but you gonna get in jail. So those two are pretty much givens. You will get the bread. You're going to get the money. But the part they're not saying when they're taking your paper is you're going to put yourself in high risk of being put in jail. All right. Now, again, if you're a businessman and you've owned the LLC for the ever since COVID and this CARES Act came out, you probably know about employee retention credit. If you run a type of LLC that don't got too many employees, if it don't got one employee, you're running your LLC wrong. If you the sole managing member who's running the LLC, you need to get paid as an employee and have your entity pay you as an employee. Then you would have been eligible at least for about 26 racks just from this right here. I don't want to misquote any numbers. And so one of the things cats will do to get you strung up, I'm going to take a break, play a song, and take a break and get all into it. But one of the things cats will do to get you strung up is have you with some shell fake old company. See, you can shell this. What I mean by you can shell this. Well, in theory, you don't have to turn in your taxes on time. You just pay a penalty, right? And you could buy a shell company right now. I can show you how. I can even show you how to build a shell company, not for nothing nefarious. I never look, if your brain think I'm dumb enough to ever talk about anything illegal, let alone do anything illegal, you just tripping. I ain't stupid. So I'm talking about what the actually mean is just an entity that you open up legally with them that you have not started transacting the business that you intend to transact yet. And so after 1 year of that happening, you got an entity that don't got no negative marks, no positive marks. You pay the taxes for that 1 year that ain't no money came through and your entity's still going. Why is that good? Because you get the mature entities. So what you get to do with a mature entity is when situations like this come out, now scammers gonna do, they get the shell, go back, they're gonna lightweight backdate fake shit, right? Maybe redo some foul taxes and do all kind of shit to make up excuse my language, what it's gonna lead to is making some fake employees that you really didn't have, and you're gonna get like 26 racks for each one. Now, if you really doing this legally and you really had some employees and you didn't know about this, then Cash App up because you still might be eligible. And if you didn't know about this, I'm about to put it right back on the screen. Just for y'all. Because this is an opportunity for you to get some of that, what they be calling quote unquote. It's so bad to call this free money. But it is an employee retention credit intended to give you funds in order to retain your employees. This is not new. This is old. It's probably over, but it got extended to like 2024. So you like, man, I had an LLC and I have 4 employees. You do the math. You will be into the 100 racks. Now, it's we're going to read it from the IRS. So we know we're getting good sources. The employee retention credit, sometimes called the employee retention tax credit or the ERTC, is a refundable tax credit for businesses and tax-exempt organizations that have employees and were afflicted during COVID. That's everybody. Oh yeah, open since 2022. Okay, well, I don't know if that apply, but you could read up because it may. Like, trust me, they be extending stuff. So it says the requirements are different depending on the time period you claim the credit. The ERC is not available to individuals. Now they had, what you found out is they had went in and extended. Here go the scams I'm telling y'all about. Beware ERC scams, promotions. Employers should be wary of ERC advertisements that advertise them to apply for money by claiming the ERC when they may not qualify. Anyone who improperly claims this credit, now look, they just throwing the money out. Then they coming back after you later. So if you messed it up and you think you on the speedboat, wait till you get to the dock, bro. You're going to be like, oh my God, why are they at the docks? Anyone who improperly claims this credit has to pay it back and may owe penalties and interest. Now, if you like, ooh, that's all? Cool, then fine. The only way to claim the ERC is on a federal employment tax return. All right. Now they talking about just all this aggressive marketing. It's basically like somebody saying, give me 2 G's and I'm going to get you the money guaranteed. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in here somewhere. But they won't say the 2 G's though. But I'm just keeping this a buck. I ain't even tripping. But this is all, I hope y'all don't think I'm just talking about polite. And I got real homies who think I'm hating on the game talking about this right now. But fact is, that's burnt. This burnt. And if y'all still doing that, y'all burnt. And I wish y'all well, bro. My family members I'm talking about. Not family members, people in my family. No, nigga. Talking about, that's a term for loved ones in the back. What's up, fam? Fam bam. I hope you like family members. Nah. Hell fucking nah. But anyway, again, and so we talking for the people who did have businesses and did not know about this, and the difference between what a businessman gonna tell you and what a scammer gonna tell you. Businessman gonna tell you, if you got your business and you didn't get this, bro, you better go look and see how long that extension is going on, because I don't think it's all mixed up. Here go all used up, because people wasn't collecting it all. So here go how to collect on that. Now, what do a scammer do with this? They gonna get all your sensitive information, hook you up with some fake ass company, say you have some fake ass employees, and get you some jail money. You know what jail money is. Shit, that's that jail money. So that's what they're gonna get you. Now that was just easy, but it's so many of these that people overlook that are actually free programs that the government got that people, I mean, y'all remember, because everybody was doing the bad PPP. I'm like, for real? Well, I understand though, because it's like this. You out here, bruh. You out here, do you. I ain't talking to this. I ain't got no advice for motherfuckers who out here. Like, if you just like, I'm out here and, you know, living day by day. That's probably what I mean by out here. It's not advised. I have no advice for anyone living day by day. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to do some stupid shit. That's lightweight facts. If you're not thinking about consequences in tomorrow, you just, maybe I'm called spooked, but this the type of that's the only spooked that I be. Like, cause I got a family and shit, you can't come knocking on my motherfucking door just taking me and shit. Cause of some secret shit I tried to do. Hell no. When there's ways to do it right, now we stupid. It's ways to do it right. So if you missed this one, have your business open and running and prepared for the next time some shit like this go down. And you could do it the right way. Run a business. But anyway, that was just that one. So yeah, some of y'all said y'all knew, some of y'all said y'all didn't. Now everybody knew about PPP, right? But it was the same thing. You start watching Dummy of the Day, and I'm not going into nobody's personal shit. I'm always talking about the legal side of it. Now, you could have got hundreds of thousands just by running your LLC the proper way And if it was making some money, you was gonna get some money. The money they be like, oh, free money, oh, you get no, that's not free money. You see how much inflation and shit the nation that went through? Eggs cost 50 racks now. You go to Walmart, want some eggs, they want like 10 bones. Not that much. But I'm saying, so none of this is no free money unless you don't live in America. But anyway, all of these programs, is more of them. I mean, this is so old. I'm just going over how people was running you into the dirt, and a lot of people wound up in jail. Well, we got to see this happen with that, and a lot of people just got it the right way. Now think about Trump and them. With 100, how many LLCs, how many corporations he got? Like 200, bro. Each of them, even with employee retention credit, each of your LLCs can file for an employee retention credit. So dudes was getting, how much they said Kanye had got? I don't know. But I'm saying, let's go back to what I was getting to. So let's get into this credit stuff. And I'm just going to open up a Canva and talk from the shoulders. Because anybody can get anything they want. Me, I am kind of temporal. I'll be burning out though. So I'll run it up to get what I want and let it fall, let it do, because as soon as you get it, it's falling back. You would catch me looking at an ocean liner one day, and I'm not limiting myself. Hold on. I'm just going to say, this is what I mean. Now, we could take the most expensive one we find on here. We're going to look for a big one. Well, it was something like 150 million, right? Let's say 129 million. Now, that's somebody who actually there's a market for that. And so I know I'm not on the damn market for no 129 million ocean liner. But what I ain't scared to do is run the math in my head, because you really could do anything once you start getting to a certain point. What it turns out to be is how you gonna pay for it every month. All right, let's do something more practical. It was this $10 million plot of land, right? So 10 million, if you've done the math before, you're gonna be paying like 20 racks a month. You feel me? And I'm just saying that off of the numbers I ran before. Somebody can contradict that or whatever your down payment was, and it'll change all that. But you'll know that is closed. And so the question is, you can get anybody to give you anything, but you're not about to get out of that note, and if you don't have a machine running to pay that note right there, then you already just messing up the game. You doing what cats do in the hood. Like, get their credit score up, go buy like a super fat boat that they can't afford, and they just gonna hide it and keep it that way. I could get you a Harley right now game is burnt. And so what we need to know is we got enough knowledge to get our foot in the door. No one is teaching us how to keep those assets. So this is the one I was looking at right here. And again, I'm just talking about on my willingness to look at things I can't afford, just to be prompt. And know that not having the money ain't what's keeping you from getting it. It is two things we talking about, particularly with land like this. It's credit score and down. It's going to be three things: credit score, down payment, and what else? Honestly, with this, it's going to be your ability to prove you can pay the note. So that's the part the scammer don't want to go over and to teach you that part, and they just going to show you to get the foot in the door, and everything you got to do after that point going to be illegal. You can't do that with land, so they never talk about that. They just going to take the land from you. So this is why this is the easiest type of money to get. Now, anybody know if we talking about it, and I'm doing this, shout out to my wife, who's a realtor, and she going in for her brokers, and we going to wish her well. I need to give her study time for that. And my whole family who are realtors that, help me just to be around that, to know what be going on a little bit. But you can not a 680 credit score. I'm talking about not this land, but I'm talking about a home or a house, because you're talking about how to walk some of this money into assets so that you ain't out there ancient? Well, the first reason I went to bid for assets, because this is the way I learned non-traditional ways. But with the traditional way, everybody know you can get a house with a 580 credit score. You ain't gonna have to, hold on, somebody wants me, just 1 second. Yes? Ross, you just gotta find them. And so really, honestly, if your homies, you already got all the game we talking about, you know how to get the score up, then you need to know how to tie it into the true assets and then how to generate the income in order to make it be all real. Because in a sense, you don't want to put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. I mean, yeah. So what cats be charging you for when they say they're gonna get your credit score up? I'm just opening up a whiteboard. I thought I did one of these before. Let me see. We could probably look at it. See if I can type credit. I ain't got nothing on credit in here. That I did already. All right, well, I'm gonna just do it again. What's the main thing people charge you for when they say they gonna do some credit shit? I've been talking for hella long, so I'm gonna just throw this out right now. Let me go over here, and I'm gonna take that off the screen so y'all won't see what I be doing with people. And I've been talking for hella long, so I'm gonna drop a bomb real quick that you might know about. I gotta just open up my other. Just 1 second. Artificial intelligence for credit repair. We talked about it once, but I want to go in on that. Any of y'all up on how you could actually be helping people the right way? Using artificial intelligence for credit repair? And I still got some credits. I can help somebody right now. Let me see. Live. Let me see. What's this? I don't know what email to go to. Maybe casual. Hold on. Well, it's called, let me just find it. All right, let me see. Which AI have you been using for credit repair? Dispute Panda. So start. I'm gonna say that you can start there. Oh, see, this ain't my email. Damn, man. Let me try this. Y'all up on Dispute Panda? Yes or no? If so, that ain't a bomb. Dang, y'all is? I didn't even look. I ain't looking because I'm trying to get into one of my accounts. Hold up. Dispute Panda is AI like ChatGPT for credit repair. Y'all up on that? I still ain't looking, so I don't know. Let me see if y'all up on that or not. Are y'all up on that? Those app video. All right, it's called Dispute Panda. And it don't cost no money. And it's about to be, you can do everything the dudes. Matter of fact, you could go right into your community right now and start doing credit repair. But you gonna, if you like me, you're gonna learn the legalities first. You can't take the money first. It's just facts. All right, we got some no's. I'm happy to get some no's, Denisha. You make me feel good for doing this show. I'm about to give you some jewels, Denisha. So watch this. Let's see if I can find my Dispute Panda. But I don't want to show nobody information. All of y'all can start a business right now after watching this show. What's up with my Dispute Panda? Well, I'm basically trying to find which email account I signed up with. And right now, it's looking like it must have been. Oh, I know. It's my new company. It's for my newest company that I'm maturing right now. And shout out to Sister Monica. I'll be watching their shows to learn. All right, I found it. Let me see. Dispute. It's called Dispute Panda. You got to get an invitation. I could give you an invitation because they ain't get. I mean, honestly, they might let you just get an invitation, but you try to sign up now, you're not even going to be able to sign up. I mean, they're going to tell you you got to get approved because they know their software is strong and everybody going to be trying to open up a credit repair company now. So what I'm doing in this video is some people who want a job and ain't got no time to do. I mean, ain't got time to do something new. You really can legitimately now since you have the AI. But you might get into trouble with execution. So that's why you don't take money from people up front. So now that I learned which account I should be using, I'm about to try to log in. What? Excuse me. Taking hella long. All right, Dispute Panda, am I in there? All right, I'm in there. Now, I ain't going to go into the section where you see people's shit. Actually, I don't even want to put this on the screen just because of the names that's on there. Let me see if I could go someplace to change it where you don't see the names. Reports. All right, yeah, I took the names off the screen. So this right here is Dispute Panda. This is Chat GP F&T for credit repair, yo. Now, I'm going to tell you, don't run out and take nobody money like you do credit repair, but this is complete. Everything you need is generated by the artificial intelligence, even the assessment of what to refute. So you notice here, you don't even got to pay no money. My balance says $57. For my new company, as you see, Jonathan AAA Land. .com. AAA Land is something where I want to get in land development over the next 2-3 years. So I'm maturing the company now and making sure our credit score be hella good. So by the time I want to bust some moves, they're going to be like, damn, you've been doing this for 3 years? Yep. So I'm going to take this off the screen and see what other stuff I can show y'all without showing people's sensitive information. So first, I'm gonna go to the dashboard, and it's basically just showing too much. But you can see the rounds because it attacks. It's called Dispute Panda, and it comes up with these different type of attacks or different ways that you can address people's credit. So when you're talking to your clients or whatever, you're going to really develop for them a unique approach with unique wording developed by the AI to address their needs. So you got rounds. It keeps track of your rounds. Like every 30 days, it'll tell you what new letter to send out to keep the pressure on the credit bureaus. And then you can have the app AI send out the letters automatically, so you don't have to go to the post office. Now I'm going to click missing documents. And so it took the people information off of the screen. And so now I can bring it back so you can see it. And it's not showing their info because I don't got no missing documents for them. You see what I'm saying? And so it keep you all the way on point. You ain't even got to do nothing. It's AI, bro. And you could really, like, this is the saying, give me 2 G's, I'm going to get you some paper. Y'all could go get 2 G's. All I'm just saying is if a game ain't to be sold but told, and I'm telling it, right? But in a way, some people be knowing that, man, I want to hear some more. So that's why every once in a while, I slap that on the screen. See, people popping up. So he said he got Dispute Panda. He didn't watch the 19 videos. That's how we just, I watch every single video and lightweight took notes. Wanting to get on the game hella quick. So if I really clicked in and to show you how many rounds of people information I sent out, but I'm not that type. I know how bad that is for business. I mean, that's not a business of mine, but even still, like, that's very sensitive. And so let me try to bring this back. I gotta find what I did with it. Hold on. So it's right here. So let's see if there's anything else we could see. Now I got a whole list of your clients. I'm going over that. Excuse me. It got a list. It keeps track of every letter you ever sent out. And you could download the letters, have the AI reword the letters. You could tell how aggressive you want the language to be, whatever. But I can't show that screen because it has people's information. So you got an inbox where you can actually communicate with your clients, and I can show you here. Oh, I'm sorry, you're not seeing it. You get an inbox where you can communicate with your clients professionally, keep them up to date. So you heard them like, you're going to log on to the portal and then man, shut up, bruh. Stop taking advantage of black people. You're going to log on to the portal. That's what you're going to do right here. You're going to give your people, just be forthcoming, dog. I told you the difference between a scammer and a businessman is your intent to deliver and following the effing rules. Now, see, it's probably like a billion. Every single person could probably use this to their advantage, even with their own life situation. This is why I downloaded it. I want to be prepared to have the AI working for every aspect of my life, not just YouTube and shit, making videos. So if you put ChatGPT on top of this like I do, then you really a boss. Because why are you going to limit it to that? Because the other people who use Dispute Panda, so what you would do, right, you see it say letters right here. I don't want to click it, but you see it say letters. You could go get your letters, copy the letter that their AI made you, pop it in the ChatGPT, and tell it to put the spin on the letter in whatever regard you want it. You could say, change all the words with like a thesaurus in this letter to make sure your letter is original. Because the credit bureaus ain't stupid. They got AI too. So AI know how to, what I learned when I first started using this is their AI is starting to notice how to notice AI letters and say, this ain't sent by you. So one thing, I could teach you the ins and outs of this too. They got an option where they tell you, who do you want this letter to be mailed from? Always have it being mailed from the client's home. They tell you not to do that, and they start picking up on that. So what they'll do is delay your process by 30 days and send you a letter back. The credit bureaus is going to say, they're going to send it to the client like, hi, we got some disputes, but it's from a third party, and they ain't proved that they related with you. They just do it as a step. So in order for you to avoid that, you just make sure the letters that you have the Panda send out is solid. Now let me see if I could go show another page. I probably can't, but I'm going to click into reports. Yeah, so now right here it says, share your great client results with the world. So obviously I don't got this because that's not part of my thing. I'm not really doing that. I just want to be able to help people who need some help, not like clients and shit. I'm not going to share, so I don't got this. But you could, right through your app, you got all the apparatuses to give them results. You've raised 50 points and all that type of shit. Excuse my language. Subscriptions. Again, the Dispute Panda, you're going to learn hopping some hoops, but eventually you're going to have it worked out. And some of them hoops is just some of the stuff I told you. Incorporating other AI, making sure the credit bureaus can't tell you that they sense that it was a third party. It needs to be coming from you or whoever the person is. Make it appear as that. So when it's really on the letters page when you send them out. The wording is proper, but you got to make sure the stampage is right. You got to select the right thing. So that was just one. One little jewel, and I know how it go down. All of us could take that. So you want to build up to your full little package right there. That's the portal. Now we could talk about the individual things. So what are they gonna give you? What does that knock down if we go back to the Canva? And I just start putting text. Artificial intelligence. AI for credit. What? Why I put AL? AI for credit repair. The knowledge you got, if you didn't familiar with that, the knowledge you got off being a patron for my show, thank you for being a patron of my show, and that's just my contribution to you. If you want some details on how to use it, trust me, bro. Just catch me in my downtime. Talk about this shit all day. It's nothing. Now, I recommend it. Dispute Panda. There's more of them, but that's the one I have experience with. You might want to watch some YouTubes on the subject and see what people say. You also could get, like Dude said, they got the 19 videos he didn't watch. You don't want to just watch their videos. You also need to watch videos of people who been using it. So what this is going to put is disputes. You're going to be disputing items that's appearing on your credit, right? By dispute, is ways you can mess up a dispute. Don't ever fall for the dispute electronically stuff. You're never making it easy for the credit bureaus to verify your debt or your claim or whatever. So doing it through the computer is stupid. So notice we're using AI, but the AI is going to go through the U.S. postal system. Why? So that the credit bureaus have to bring in your dispute on a physical piece of paper through their automated machine that's going to open up the mail and read the letter, because ain't nobody opening up that mail. So it's going to scan the letter and see how they can contend against your dispute. Now, if you do it through the computer, now they got 30 days. Think about it. They got 30 days to do it. So you already gain an advantage by going through the analog process. If you go through the digital process, you're helping them fight you. Never help them fight you. Make it easier for them to verify it and shit. Now, here goes some other stuff people going to start talking about. And we can have all these talks. Now, this ain't nothing to act like, master teacher over, or like you're going to make somebody rich. Cats be like, you don't know about the other 30 credit bureaus, they got this. Shut up. You just watched another YouTube video and watched it, and you're not even reciting it right. Freezing your credit. So why do people talk about freezing your credit? To do stupid shit. But it's something you could do by law. You could do good things with freezing your credit. But if that's the route if you forced to go that route, man, just start over from the drawing board. Freezing your credit has a lot of good things. Don't hear me wrong. Don't let my attitude mess up the video. There's a lot of goods to freezing your credit. You don't need no master teacher to do it. You can just go do it right now. I could tell you how. making a fraud claim is going to freeze your credit. Yeah, and it's a certain way you make it. You got a reason to believe. I'm not saying this is the certain way, but trust me, if you make it wrong, you ain't going to get an automatic freeze on your credit. Yeah, we could talk about some Chat GPT at the end of this. So how's freezing your credit going to help you? Well, if somebody about to put something bad on your credit and your credit frozen, they can't post it. See, then you got to know both sides of the system. People who post to your credit, I forgot the app that they're using, but somebody could name it right now. They're using another app. So when the app try to put it to your credit and your credit is frozen, they app got to wait to the next cycle. It might try one more hit, and it can't get the bad thing that you did onto your credit until your credit is unfrozen. The reason why they got that like that because of all the fraud that has been going on. So that means you could get a direct access to freezing your credit without the 2G, without all that stuff, just by simply, I'm sorry, I'm being antagonistic, but by just simply using your rights properly. It's about some fraud act type stuff. I really don't do this. I just know for somebody who do it for themselves. But it's like you can just use some of if you word it correctly, they gotta just do it for you for free. So how do the people who want to freeze their credit, how do it work when you want to go get something? Well, they do the opposite. Just because your credit froze, it don't mean that they can't see it. They just can't add nothing to it. So that means the people learn the manipulators and even the smart people, businessmen, learn how to use this to your advantage in your business. Say you got a good ass score and you want to go apply for something that might knock your credit down. Think of the situation you put the lender in. You got to be able to work. This is how we leverage shit way better, bruh. I'm not flipping on my stance, but I'm saying this is how a businessman might use this to their advantage. And you could learn from the professionals. Don't learn from me. I ain't no goddamn whatever. Consulting, financial, nothing. We just talking about game and shit cats be selling you, and they ain't a financial nothing either. So what's going to happen if you walked in to go buy that car and your credit is froze? Well, you could tell me exactly how much of it they will see and how much they will be able to add to your credit. And what situation it might put them in because they get the commission for making the loan go through. So they want it to go through. Everybody you ever sat and talked to about a loan wanted it to go through. They just be looking at you like you game goofy because of shit they legally can't say across the desk. So now I would just tell you that this is some more shit that you gonna research and look into because I want to be clear when I'm not stepping forward like no authoritarian on the subject because I never had to freeze no damn credit. But that's something that's gonna be in the scam package or the real package. Told you they intend to deliver, it's only gonna be the difference. Now, now we talking about really getting anything you want just in the whole wide world. Fuck it. Take it to the roof. Let's just how you trying to tell me how did Twitter just come in and buy the biggest building in the middle of San Francisco? That's just a corporation with the money to do it. So really it come down to the numbers before the money. Excuse me. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. I just handling some business. All right, yeah, so I don't even know where I was at. This is what cats really try to charge you the most for, and you right now, if you watching my video because you want to do that too, that's fine. Just do it right and deliver, bruh. Feel me? Like, you could take this game and really do a business. You want to do the law? Go to the law, search the law in your country. In your state, go business, law, credit repair business law. And they're going to tell you, starting a credit repair business in California. I already know for California what's up. So it's different everywhere, but I know if you in Cali and you taking the bread before something happened on their account, you in trouble. You got to figure out a way to do that. There's ways to figure it out because you don't want to be putting yourself out there, but you got to figure it out. Adding primaries. So now you'll feel so many cool videos about primaries. But now Fintech already took care of that. Remember when the reason why I was preambled this by showing how we've been cutting edge and using these technologies since 1997. And so you can have some background when I'm telling you about some shit that you might just think sound like the next black dude on YouTube talking. In 2023, don't pay nobody because they can add primaries. Unless they got unless they could do some magic primaries. What is primary? On your credit report, you're going to have a whole bunch of different type of accounts that will fall into different categories. If you want to go get something, having secondaries accounts are, you ain't the primary. I don't know. I forgot the name. I guess I call it secondary. Forget it. For lack of better terms, where you're not the primary account holder whose credit got that credit. You're just an additional card holder, but it still shows up on your credit report. It boosts your score, but it's not a primary account. So first, what cats could do like 10 years ago is the lenders wasn't really up on what people was doing. Oh, well, hold on. Hold on. I'm looking at my spelling anyway. Sometimes I just get spelling spooked. Yeah, it's spelled right, but I be getting spelling spooked sometimes if I'm looking at words and shit and I stare at them for too long. Have you ever stared at a word for too long and didn't know if it was spelled right? Anyway, them primaries is easy, bro. Fintech took care of that, and I'm going to talk about a few, and they will help your score a lot if you do it mathematically. Everybody's situation is different, right? But again, it's an account where you're the primary account holder. Like, if I go to Amex and I get an Amex, they ask you a series of questions. Whoever answered the initial series of questions basically is the primary account holder. Now, when he's getting qualified, he or she is getting qualified, they can add additional people. Them is like additional card holders, secondaries. But they call them trade lines basically in that industry. So that's a trade line. It ain't about to help you like it used to could help you 10 years. 10 years ago, you could go get a trade line and go get anything in the world. A Lamborghini. Now the lenders know because they got burnt so much that these people had not been responsible, and they figured out why they weren't responsible because they were not the primary account holders. So then when you want to go get some stuff, you need primaries. So then I finally remembered the name. It was trade lines. Don't fall for the trade lines. You can add like 20 of them for free right online. And if you're adding this to your business template, please do. So therefore, you could be like, oh yeah, I got all that in my package too. So still give me the money, because I do more than what he was saying. But your trade lines, you got your primaries, you got they freezing the credit, they gonna do them disputes. Then what else they gonna do? It ain't too much more they really gonna do. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Right now, after this processor right here, you're gonna be in the 700s. Well, every situation is different. But I mean, I did little stuff to my daughter just coming straight out of high school, bro. With a 750. Straight out of high school, 750. First credit score ever. By just doing this little shit we talking about. And I can't wait to see my next daughter, because now she got a whole nother year. And so we just basically working on her credit before she even get a credit score. So that by the time she get her score, yeah. My one daughter going into college right now with a 750. And I'm telling you, in a good position, don't let them mess you up. Only take one of them credit cards that they gonna offer you and let it be the Discover one. It's a whole little package though. You feel me? But yeah. So let's talk about again these two at the bottom. Account types. Then where do you go get these from? We're going to put all the stuff. I did a video like this before. Somebody asked me to do it again, so I said I'm going to do it again. Account types that we talking about right now, I'm just putting the same two words. And now we need to talk about trade lines because they are still useful. And this is one thing you need to remember. Underwriters get paid because Discover upgrades. They upscale. And they upscale hella fast. You can have you can start with a $200 Discover and in 2 years have a $5,000 Discover. So for kids, they upgrade and you could keep it for hella long. But there are certain other ones that upgrade quick or whatever. But primaries and trade lines, now with the trade lines, let's go in on that. They aren't completely useful because you got to think of how the system works. A lot of the manual underwriters have been replaced by artificial intelligence. And so the AI automatically know not to give you a lot of credit for anything that pop up on your credit report that ain't a primary. But the humans still need to get paid off closing the deal. You feel me? Think about it for real. If you really want to get shit in the world, you got to think this through. The AI do not get paid for making the deal go through. The humans still do. So in some instances, if you need trade lines to be considered, who's going to be your best bet? A human underwriter. Right? Yeah. Because he going to have the ability to overlook something or to give you the benefit of the doubt or to follow your story that you tell him about the trade lines. Because you could be like, oh, yeah, that's my wife's business. I'm just a second on it because it's her business. But, I mean, I'm responsible for it. It's our family business. A human might be willing to write that into why he accepted your trade line and didn't downgrade it. You can't talk to the AI like that. So that's another little thing, though. And all you got to do is go to superiortradelines.com and we can have a discussion. Now, I'm not recommending them. I bought some trade lines a long time ago from a trade line company that closed down. I just be lucking up. When I wanted to go get hella shit once, I bought some trade lines. Let me see. Right. PERIR. Superior Trade Lines. Yeah. I bought some trade lines from this company that closed down in the middle of them having the trade line posted. Now, I recommend them. I mean, I'm not recommending them, but they got some cool ratings, and if you watch their videos, but I've never done business with them, let's be clear. My instance was even better because I bought the trade lines and then they closed down, so whoever was supposed to go in and take the trade line off my account never did it. I was like, damn, you can't luck up like that for nothing. So, but after maybe 10 years, the creditor stopped looking at it because it hadn't reported in 5 years. But so what is this? Say you ain't got nobody. So this is how it be for some white people and some other people. Not all white people and not all other people, but a lot of them motherfuckers. So don't act like I'm stereotyping. They might have somebody who had been running a business for hella long and got excellent, I'm talking about generational credit with that business. So credit history is how you get your score up quick. That's how I helped my daughter because she only 18, but she got 3 years of credit history, which kind of defies logic. But it's showing that we use Fintech companies that they start reporting to your credit while you underage. Then when you get a credit score, your shit just be through the roof. But for right here, if you of age and you just looking for a quick boost, what you used to do is go grab these trade lines. So inside of somebody's little $2,500, $3,000 package, what they're going to go do is come buy a trade line. And I'm not finished with the white people thing that I was saying, how they had that advantage. Not everybody, bro. It be poor ass white people too. So don't get me twisted. But if you start doing statistics, you'll see, okay, that's what he mean. If you got a company with generational credit, then you got owners of the company that got this just stupid credit scores. Now, all they got to do from the gate is simply add one of their children. Bruh, all they got to do is add one of their children as a authorized user, and that child's credit score goes through the roof. So these trade lines would stay on. It's a company doing this. So you find some companies that's going to let it stay on for 30 days. Some companies let it stay on for 45 days. They got to do it manually. So that's why I'm saying I really hit. I bought from a company, and in the 45 days, they closed down. So no one was there to go in and take it off my credit. It just stayed on there for hella long. I was like, damn, yeah, so it's going to be 30 to 45 days. Now, let's talk about it and be clear, because each trade lines ain't created equal. And if you got a game goofy dude doing it for you, he going to mess you up. So you gave them the 3 G's to raise your credit score. The easiest way they're going to go do it, no matter how bad your credit is, they're going to come here. Notice this says buy trade lines and sell trade lines. We'll talk about that later. But once you get your score up, you come back here and go to the sell trade lines. Now you making money for having good credit. This the part that the scammer ain't going to put into your folder. They're going to leave you out there bootsy, ready to go to jail. And I'm going to keep it all the way funky. The whole America is a scam. The whole shit is a capitalist scam. But it's the whole country, like your gas prices, all this shit ain't based on nature. So somebody saying, all right, just change prices. Thing is, they call they legal scams businesses. And they call the illegal ones scams and schemes. You feel me? Peace to Garfield. And tell me when I mess up, because you probably know a lot more about this than me. But tell me when I mess up. So, a motherfucker we ain't talking about selling the trade lines yet. We talking about buying them. And all trade lines is not created equal. Oh, I thought my thing just shut down. I was gonna say, hell no. I've been getting a lot of shutdowns lately. It ain't been on YouTube. I'm realizing it's my computer. And since I'm putting out this game, if y'all want to make show, matter of fact, I don't be asking. You know, how many times you heard me ask? I'm asking. Toss something in there. I'm about to upgrade the system to keep this pimping popping. That's what I call it. But it's really just information and knowledge. So feel free to finally, okay, I ain't never threw nothing that Smash way. And he did ask today. I never really heard him ask. I only heard him say thank you to the people. Because I got consistent people. You feel me? That always put on for me. But hopefully I'm going to go run out and get me a new rig right after that. I'm going to do it anyway. But I ain't really all the way up for that. My daughter just hit me with this other shit. So it's going to be what it's going to be. So thanks to y'all. Now, Christopher said, I put my son in one of my accounts when he was first born, and when he hit college, he had a 750 credit score. That's the exact same thing I was talking about. Now, I'm coming from my experience, Chris, and I'm like this, bruh. I run my shit up to go get some shit. I'm still me. I run my shit up to go get some shit, and I'm going to pay for it. Now, I mean, I don't even have to have the whole 4-5 years worked out. But I'm going to pay for it, and I ain't going to fall off. But I will go grab something because I feel like it don't need to be nothing in life I can't get. So in order to feel that, you got to be riding in them high sevens. You're not gonna all the time mess up them high sevens. You might want to keep it till you get to the eights. But that person who might go get something, I ain't mad at him either. Because as soon as you go grab that speedboat, bow, you knock that number down, and you got a $50,000 debt. And now it look a little different. Now, I'm not talking to my real people who got, if you already got a mortgage on your shit, I'm trying to help people, bro. I'm not talking to the ones who already know what to do. Feel me? So if you got a mortgage on you, you done paid off car notes, you already know that you just could do it the right standard American way just by being responsible. But, we talking about other stuff that's acceptable and legal. So let's go. That's why we're looking at this website. So what are they doing here? They're basically on sell trade lines. They get people with really good credit scores who are willing to add anybody to their credit as an authorized user. And on buy trade lines, they're selling to us or people, whoever wants to boost their credit, somebody's good credit. So they basically saying, we got this rich person with this really good credit card that's going to add you to their card but for some reason, the website look like it's glitching. Every time I'm trying to get to the trade lines, look. All right, here we go. Found it. So now a person probably won't teach you why we say each trade line ain't created equal. It's because how the underwriter going to look at it. You're not going to get as much credit in your credit score as well. But some underwriters don't even like some of these companies. I'm tripping. I still got that on the screen. My bad. Some underwriters don't even like some of these companies. And over time, you're going to learn which ones they like more than the others. A Chase is always good, but this is a 2021 Chase for $300. So what does that mean? It's got a $6,000 credit limit, but it was opened in 2021. So in theory, you're going to be only adding 2 years of credit history to your profile. That's not going to be nothing. It might be good for somebody who needs to just get pushed over the hump. If they already got good credit history, but they just want this number to go up, then they'll pay this $300 right here. It's 2 of them left in stock. So that means there's 2 people with this credit score that'll add you, with this account that'll add you to there if you give them $300. This is how they making money off their good credit score without ever using their credit. And this is how you get your credit score to go up without messing theirs up. Because the trade line supply is the intermediary that don't let the 2 parties know who the 2 parties are. And even if you knew who the party was, being an authorized user don't give you a card to go use that shit. But let's look at some of the better ones on here, right? and we'll see the difference. Now, you might think better will be determined by credit limit. If that's your situation, if you want to prove to an underwriter you got somebody already loaned you hella money, like say you want to go get a credit card that's a $25,000 credit card. The best way to get it is to let the underwriter see that somebody already trusted you for that amount. So you might be more or less looking in this field, trying to run up the credit limit number. So I'm going to click this, see what's the highest they got. So the highest they got is a 73,000. Ooh, this is a good one, bro. God, I see. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what you could do? This is what you used to could do. This is a $73,000 Discover card, opened in 2009, bro. This is a good one. And they want to add this to your credit. They want $1,700. Now, why would that be worth $1,700 to you? Back in the day, it was definitely worth $1,700. It's 13 years aged, so it's gonna add 13 years credit history to your account. It ain't got none of that 73,000 ain't spent. So let's talk about what this means to the underwriter and what competition you're trying to create in order to really get $73,000 out of this. Back in the day, at least, and it still works to some extent, but it's kind of burnt. But when trade lines was hot, so they would see this on your account, and they gave it the same credit you would get for this being a primary account. So that means they would see, this guy's coming to us asking for some money. Let's look at his history. They say, this company, Discover, gave him a credit card that he got a $73,000 limit, and his balance is $0. And he had it like this for the last 13 years. So then their predatory wheels, it flips over. Because what happens is they're going to try to pry in on the other lender. This is what they used to would try to do before they peep game, because we burnt up the game because everybody stopped paying their shit. So here's what happens. They're going to say, well, what if he had a card that was our card and it was an equal amount to the card he already got? Then when he reach in his wallet, is a 50-50 chance that he uses our card instead of the other card. But you don't even really got the other card. You feel me? So this is making the lender say, okay, this is why you learn they only gonna give you the amount that they think. Unless you slow rolling and you take years and you walk one amount up over every 6 months, they increase your limit 500, you're gonna be 50 before you get to 73,000. But if you, now this is again, it don't work so good. And why don't it work? Because people did this so much and then they got these high limits and they burnt them out. And so they went and did research to see why these so-called credible people got this money from them and didn't pay it back. And they found out that people who are not the primary account holder default more. Yeah, this still potent, Raton. I'm telling you, even in this day and age. Because the numbers are so good, the underwriter going to ask you about it. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. A manual computer, a automated computer might still not give you credit for it. But if you is sitting there in front of a person at a desk and they looking over your stuff and they see you got a $73,000 Discover card on here, even if you are not the primary, they likely gonna ask you about it. And if you game tight, you already got that locked. Well, I'm talking about the past anyway. But yeah, that's shit. You already gonna tell them what they need to know about that account. So this is just like an example of a super one, and they wanted $1,700. They say it'll report on your account on September 2nd. through September 2nd through September 9th. Now, when it hits your account, your score gonna go from whatever it is to higher. It's not too often that a trade like this will make the score go lower. Yeah, slow roll is the real way to do it. But we just having these conversations that started about how people put together these packages that you can access without, I'm not hating on the package either. Shit, I'm just saying, I'm talking about the dudes who out here fluffing motherfuckers and not getting no results. So far, we looked at artificial intelligence and a few ways you can actually just dive into that with these trade lines. Now, this is secondary, so this is authorized users. These don't count. What really count nowadays is, I don't know nothing about no racketeering, but whatever that is. But nowadays, these fools, selling overpriced credit boosting packages. Oh, that's racketeering? Yeah, that's what they doing, Raton. Yeah. But anyway, adding primaries ain't hard no more. Now, they say add 3 primaries. Nah, you want hella primaries. You damn near want as many as you could get in the world, but it all comes down to your mathematical situation. But once you get up in the credit world you want as many of them things as you can get. That's going to come down to your fiscal, financial, and your life plan and your philosophy. But why you just want one company to say they'll let you have 50 G's? In the long run, you want 100 companies in a separate wallet that you keep somewhere else. But so when you slow rolling, you just gotta go apply for the credit and hope they give it to you. And then every 6 months, if you get upgradables, if you keep good credit report and you don't miss no bills, they gonna upgrade you. $500 more, then $1,000 more, $2,000. And after 5 years, you look up, damn, I got a $10,000 credit card. But now ain't nobody trying to wait. Do that for regular life. That ain't how it ain't gotta take that long. It's all a system of numbers and games and you in the matrix and shit. So, even the best people doing the most legal things know how to make sure that their numbers, they look good on paper, basically. You feel me? So we talk about those primaries. Now before Fintech came out, nobody really in the world could tell you how to get a primary added to your account without actually going through the process. Fintech is finance basically meeting technology. And, Fintech and crypto, they go hand in hand. But when finance met technology, you start getting stuff like AI credit repair and stuff they ain't ready for. And inside of Fintech, we start finding, they said, fuck that, we about to mess up the whole credit, not mess up, but we're going to turn the whole industrial credit industry on its head by allowing new things. And so if you're putting together a package with this information to where you're going to offer this to the people wholesomely, I recommend, I think that's tight. But don't do it the old juke way and incorporate all these new things in there. And the biggest hurdle to hop, the really reason why I never wanted to help people in that regard, because I couldn't figure out why they passed this law about not taking the money from people recently, not taking the money from people up front. I can't figure out what business how could I get paid in the long run? It ain't no way I could figure that out. Like say I boost your score from a 580 to a 720. Soon as you got to 720, How I'm gonna get you to come give me some money on that day? A lot of people just gonna go buy something and let the score fall down. And next time you look, waiting for them to pay you, they're gonna have a 600 again. So I never ever wanted to go that route, but getting the knowledge is something I definitely wanted to do. I got whole families to help and shit. You feel me? So Fintech, a lot of basically the new Fintech, I don't want to say renaissance, but whatever it was that happened, it was because of what happened in the crypto space. In the crypto space, a lot of brand new young millionaires were born on some Jake Paul millionaire, right? And they was born into the same way Jake Paul ideas is kind of like starting to be realized as shaking up boxing a little bit, whether you like him or not. Well, the same thing happened in other industries, particularly the credit industry. A lot of them young dudes was like, man, the old way of doing things is whack. So they like, okay, well, I'm going to take my millions and open up a company just that put primaries on people's accounts. Since it ain't no way to get a primary, we're going to put, matter of fact, we're going to put aged primaries on people's accounts. And these companies start opening. So that old game, again, burnt. You lightweight getting ripped off if you thinking, oh, Lord, I had a primary. Give me, because it's going to be like, oh, this much of the money going to doing this. Shut up. That shit free now. So the ones I've been messing with, we'll start talking about it a little bit. And it ain't really nothing you can say. It's like this. If you didn't know this, then I hope that you can use it usefully. If you did know this and you just provide it as a service, and you're doing it right, that's good too. Like, I don't think my video ship is anybody's customer base. My viewership ain't nobody customer base. So that is what that is. And so that's one of the reasons why these trade lines got burnt, but they are still somewhat useful if you building a profile that don't got nothing on it, or if you know people that got really good credit and they're willing to add you as an authorized user. Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, Credit Strong. That was the best one. And that I ran through Credit Strong already, and I stopped using them already. And they could give you about a quick 50 points. Hold on. We're gonna let my dog out. So let's talk about the primaries real quick. Quick 50 points. And I got a lot of my money back. I don't know what people be saying on YouTube. They must have fixed that. Because people were saying when they go to get their money out the CD, they didn't get all their money back. But let me see. Well, I don't want to open my stuff up on screen, so hold up. All right. So it's like this. Like, some of this stuff, it don't matter what your credit score is, it matters what you're trying to do. And in this instance, I'm gonna go to the CS Max. And I tested this out for like 5 months and then I stopped because it was hella expensive. Because I had to send them damn near. Oh yeah, you can sell your trade lines. You lightweight can sell that right now and get hella money. It depends. So it go like this. You got a 790 is wonderful, but it depends on what's making your 790. If what's making your 790, we got different categories of credit, and you might have a mortgage. Most people's with a 790 got a mortgage, but you probably don't. Let me ask yes or not. If you got a 790, you probably got a mortgage. Is that true? I'm going to wait to see the answer to that. Because it's hard to cross over the 750s without a mortgage. You can 770, 780, But you start getting that close, you either OOOG or you got a mortgage on there. Well, I ain't asking you to answer that question. I let it remain rhetorical. But whether you do or you don't is going to depend not on your credit score. It's going to depend on the age of the credit history you got. If you want to, yep, I told you, you do got a mortgage. Because ain't nobody getting no 790 without a mortgage. So a lot of shit be happening. Cats be lying out here. And there's certain things we just learn to where even if they going to fix your credit, they can hook you up into getting into the realm of getting that mortgage. And then your credit score going to go through the roof after like 5 years. But ain't nothing dangerous over here. This is good shit, Capital Minds. Hey, out of all the people talking about it, is a guy named Credit Strong that's really good. He giving good information. He won't have you caught up on no pseudo shit. And man, I got awards from my city, bro, for being a good businessman. Like, I got commemorations. And so I wouldn't fuck that off just on with 50 viewers and shit. Why would I mess that up for that? But I feel you. I would like to know what you mean about the dangerous part. Everything we discuss is 100% legal. So look, it says Smash want to act. You can hit me offline at casual@hieroglyphics.com. You don't need a 700 to get a mortgage, my friend. Yep, but you could get a mortgage right now with a 580, bro. Straight up, like you don't even need good credit for that. They got, at least in California. I'm in California. But if you got a 700, the house gonna be cheaper. Somebody said we are playing criminal games underneath criminals, hoping to get out before the floor drop. Oh, that's one way to look at it. But some of us just live in America. You know, that's another way to look at it. Both of those statements could be synonymous. Like, you know, I don't disagree with you. But they keep us at the bottom of this shit. And so learning how not to be on the bottom is something we need to know. So I heard somebody in the chat, I think it was Raton, say CS Max. I mean, not CS Max, but Credit Strong was one of the best free primaries. So I wouldn't call it, I mean, I don't think he said free primaries, but from what I know about Credit Strong, I wouldn't call it a free primary. But what it does is it posts to your account. Yep, Raton 100% right. It posts to your account as a primary trade line. So what does this mean? And then it's even better, bro. Guess why this is better? Because these fintech companies ain't no punk. They start figuring out how the people was figuring out that they got a system to help the people. And the credit bureaus was discrediting. Like, for instance, since this is a system set forth to help the people, the credit bureaus will try to discredit these type of fintech companies and not give you the same amount of credit that you would get. I did that 25K one too, bro, for 4 months. That shit worked. I think I got back like 1,100. So we can do the math right now and we can see what they hit me for, but I don't care. It was worth it. Because I was paying $449 a month. They probably hit me for about $300-400. Let me do that math. I never did it because it was worth it to me, calculate. So we about to see. I picked the biggest package though, because I'm going to talk to you about how this turns out. I was paying $449 a month for 4 months, I think. So I paid them 17, and when I got back like 12 something. So let me 11.12. So I'm just gonna put 11.50. So they took like $600. I ain't mad at them. They need to be something. Now to me, what's that worth to me? $25,000. Why is that worth $25,000 to me? Well, remember we was talking about underwriters looking to see what you did with money that other people loaned you? Well, if you don't mess up with them and you pay them their money right, they report a big ass amount and then they don't even give it to you. They report a big, see, this is what is called a certificate of deposit. But we've had certificates of deposits forever and they would never ever report them to your credit. So what they said is, okay, we're going to take the traditional certificate of deposit and simply report it to people's credit. What is a certificate of deposit? It's kind of like your car note, but it ain't your car note. It's you choosing an amount that you're going to put, that's your money, into your own account on the day that you say you're going to do it. That's what a CD is. And at the end of the CD, you get the money back, plus the interest. So say you tell a bank, say you could go to your bank today, say I want to open up a CD, $500 a month on the 15th. They're going to give you a CD however long you want it, and you got that. But they most often not going to report it to your credit. Well, the Fintech said, that's a joke. What we need to do is the same exact thing, but report it to people's credit. So how does this help people? Well, first of all, they hooked up with Austin Bank, the Bank of Austin, Texas. So now what they do is this. It don't report credit strong on your account. You're never going to see that. And the underwriter can't tell you using credit strong. All the underwriter could tell is that Austin Bank loaned you whatever amount that you qualify for. I mean, you don't even got to qualify. Whatever amount you pick. So let me go to their products. CS Max. This is the one I did. Yeah, everything they saying is true here. But they do take a big chunk of the money. But if you don't know how to get that money back, you shouldn't even be watching this video. So here go the two first options. If you pay them $49 a month, they're going to report that you got a $2,500 installment loan from them. Now, what's the normal installment loan? We got to learn about different type of loans too. An installment loan, in theory, let's just keep it clear. In theory, in most installment loans, you got the product. Like people ride around in their cars, right? But they got an installment loan. It's called a car note. So you're going to pay installments on a particular date until you pay off the balance. So in theory, when the creditor see you got an installment loan, when the underwriter see you got an installment loan, they brain think you either got the collateral in that amount or you literally got that amount. There's no other way around it. Somebody could say it in the chat what else they could think. If you look at a person's credit report and they have an installment loan for $2,500, then they either got $2,500 from the person who loaned it to them, or they bought something for the amount of $2,500 where they now own the property and merchandise and they're paying it off. So that's why this is good. Why? Because the underwriter looking to see how good you are with money and shit. And Credit Strong gonna tell him, well, we gave him $2,500 and he didn't miss not one payment. Now I'm gonna tell you how to hack this though. I hacked this shit. And the hack is simple. I don't really know if the hack worked, but shit, I got up out of there. So I'm gonna talk to you. $99, they're gonna say, if you give them $99 a month, they're gonna say that they gave you a $5,000 installment loan as a primary account. The ones that cats be acting like they doing magic to put on your shit. You feel me? go to 199, they're going to report that they gave you $10,000. Now, remember we said lenders don't really want to go give you money that you can't prove somebody else already gave you before they give it to you. So now you see how this starts to work. If you pay $4.99 a month, this is the package I chose. You pay $4.99 a month, they put $25,000 on your account. Now, if you know what a straw man is, there's plenty of ways to have a straw man. I'm talking about like you got a straw man. You are a natural person, but you have an unnatural person too. I hope you know that. That's tied to you, spelled in all capitals, all that shit. But don't do the pseudo application of that. Do the real U.S. United States application of that. To where if they had a law and they determined that a business was a person. So you don't have to be a polygamist and to run no scam to get the extra people, to get the extra tax income and all that shit. You could do that for whatever reason. I'm not hating. All I'm simply saying is you can create those other people legally in the United States by forming entities. Now, if you want to see how quick to turn this 25,000 to 100 racks, that's the how many people you need to create. 3. Since an entity is a person, they get judged in the same way, aside from the person who created that person. It's just like your parents' credit score and your credit score. But I'm teaching you facts, though. See? And I ain't charging you shit. It's just shit you might not know. But you don't know that a business is a person? This nigga said sounded politest, and the next person said, bruh, see, these is one of the most secure investments in the market. Thank you, Jackson. Golly, people just don't know shit. Like, if I could get in trouble for teaching you this shit that's so good, then cats is crazy. So if you had, well, let me slow back. Remember I said do it the traditional United States way of doing it? That don't include fucking getting locked up. So Trump got about 200 businesses, right? Those are all separate entities considered persons in the court of law. So then when we have a calamity, don't you know why Trump could go get PPP and each one of the persons he created, which are entities, can also go get PPP. This is relief for entities that don't even exist. If we don't know that a business is considered like a person in the United States, then just Google it real quick. So this is what I'm saying. In the hood, we had a concept of, I'm just going to the ground level. You had hella babies, you're going to get a bigger tax return. So they was create natural persons for a capitalistic gain or benefit. But I'm saying you could have just created entities, LLCs, which gets even better benefits than natural persons. So to take this, when I'm talking about this $4.99 a month, obviously it'll take you 2 G's to do it up 3 more times. But if you can only do it once as a natural person, But then you click this button that says business. See? And then you come apply again for the same CD. Now, what is that? It's one natural person who controlling paperwork of multiple entities that can qualify at other financial institutions equally. What do I mean now? Well, this person, Jonathan Owens, right here, if you got it personally to you, they're reporting to your credit that you did good with $25,000 that got lent to you from Austin Bank. Now, obviously, you probably don't want to go try to flip that while you still got it. So here go the hack. If you choose this plan that I'm talking about, and you view the amortization table, you're going to see exactly how much you pay into everything, how much of it is going to your actual CD savings, and how much of it is going to their interest. When you come right here and pick choose plan, you're going to, well, let's go back. You see right here, it says 60 months. So they want you to get them $449 for 60 months. Let's take that and do the calculator. It's going to be very close to 25 racks, but it's going to include the amount they charge you for it if you finish the CD. So let's go calculator. We're going to go take that 449 times 60, because you got 60 payments, 60 times, 26,000. So if you complete the CD, they charge you like $1,600. But we was just on another website that would charge you $1,700 for a secondary that was 3 times this. Trust me, a secondary that's 3 times this amount won't get you the money in real life. See, we still looking at just digits on the screen. Eventually, they're supposed to turn to some real cash money. So if you went and bought the trade lines, right, and you got the 73,000 put on your account and you walked up in somewhere, what they're going to be like, this a trade line. And then you're going to have to be like, I didn't just go buy no trade line. And be like, yes, you did. I seen this one up on Superior Trade Lines last week. And what would you say sitting on the other side of the desk? You'll feel crunchy. You walking right out. But this route, and another thing, they're going to see with this route, Credit Strong, they'll see I'm not campaigning for them. I'm not going to share my link to Credit Strong. I'm just hollering at y'all. So this one going to be different because they're going to report that Austin Bank gave you 25,000 racks at one time. And you're the primary person who is responsible for that. Now, how can they do that legally? Because they flipped the CD and turned it into a loan. Well, they loaning you your own money. See, a certificate of deposit, you putting your money in it and you making the 25 racks. So they're never going to give you 25,000. They're just going to report what your CD is in a way that benefits you. And in the meantime, if you shortcut like I did, they're going to take a bigger chunk than that $1,700. So I wound up paying $600 for 4 months of their service. 4 months of, now look how I hacked it. This is the hack. As soon as they report it, honestly, I don't want to hate on them, but the quicker you could get up out of it, and it says cancel anytime with no penalty. Well, I don't know if that's true. It seems like it's not a penalty, but the amortization table is set up to where your first payments is mostly a lot towards the interest. So if you get up out of there quick, which looks better to the creditor. So look what I did. I had a 60-month loan for 25,000 racks, quote unquote, $25,000, not 25,000 racks. And instead of taking 60 months to pay it off, I just let it run for 4 months. I seen it pop up on my credit. I start seeing the increase.
And then when I got the 4 months, I didn't want to give them no more money. That next payment, I don't want to pay them $500. So I cut it off at 4 months. Now what do the next underwriter see? They see that Austin Bank loaned me $25,000, told me I had 60 months to pay it back, and I paid it all back in 4 months. Yeah. Hold on. That's the hack right there. So I did it in real life to see if it'll work. Plus, like I told you, I like responsibility. I'm a chief of that. But my wave function might collapse on a brand new car real quick. You feel me? It might be, that's just the best way I can say it. The probability of responsibility is high, but my wave function might just collapse on the spaz out real quick. Because I'm chilling. I love life and the experience of spontaneity. But you can't even be spontaneous, right, if you financially in handcuffs. So I promote responsibility, but you might need to spaz out one day. You might get into a war and be broke. How you gonna get into a war and be broke? No, bigger than that. The whole nation might get into a war. A real war on our soil, and you ain't got no money. Let me not talk about you. I'm not talking about you, and I ain't got no money. Imagine the war breaking out and you was waiting on your check. Now you know the war ain't gonna break out. Now you know it's ugly. Yeah, so that amortization is set up to hurt you if you try to do the hack, Chris. I learned it the hard way, but I read it mathematically anyway. It ain't that bad, but what you'll see is, this is what we talk about, people. Notice in the beginning, only 72% of the money you give them is going to your savings because they know we're going to do the juke. The juke is cutting off after like 4. That's the hack, okay? You ain't juking nobody. They say you can stop at any time, and they know people going to do that. So the first payment, say you gave them $1,000, only $720 is going to your payment, to your savings. But if you look over time, if you do it right, over time, they stop collecting the interest. So towards the end, 99%, the last 2 months at least, the last year, it looked like over 90% of the payments you make go to your, even more than the last year, goes to your savings. But we ain't tripping. We want to get something quick, right? Not every time. You don't want to have to do the normal shit. But again, I don't promote the mildew, but I do often mildew. I don't even trip. I'll be like, today, man, I want an RV or something, and then I got to get that. It's all hey. But anyway, I don't even call that mildewing, because as long as you can maintain, that's the second part of the game. We talking about getting them to give you something. So now what point am I at? So I ain't even tripping off going to get that 25 from nobody, but when I know I want to walk to go get it, I know what they're going to see. What they're going to see? They're going to see my credit history and the most recent thing that happened in my credit history. And the most recent things is these things I've been doing on purpose. I did that so they could see that. Dude gonna be like, so Austin Bank gave you 25. Oh, you paid off in 4 months, huh? Yeah, I didn't need that 25. I just busted a good business move and gave it back to him. Well, I'm coming back to you because I want to run the same jerk. Interesting. Let me go talk to my whoever. So y'all got that credit strong. The main pitfall is if you do the hack, they're going to take a lot of the money you put in there. Remember that. But now let's talk about that. And if you from the gang, I'm not even going there, but come on, family. You do numbers right. Even though penalty should not be a penalty or nothing. Because you a businessman, right? So let's talk about it.
I gave them $449 a month. We did the calculator, and they times they would have took 1,600, or they would have put 1,900. If almost 2 G's if I would have finished the whole thing. I gave them 4 payments of this. It came out to, they wound up taking 600. So that's what I paid for the service. So my question to me is that worth it? Can I now go to somebody and get a loan for $25,000? Well, if the rest of your credit report is right, of course. They just got through showing that Austin Bank did it for you. Now, if you really want to be gritty, go to Austin Bank. I just thought about that too. I was like, damn, since Austin Bank reported like they gave you the loan, then you should just go to another division of them and get it the quickest. But I ain't even tried to trip off that yet. I just been building up for the future, as we always have to know what's going on in the future, bro. I'm gonna go on and get up out of this credit strong, and we'll go to. So they say I'm gonna add 3 primaries to your account. So that's 1. You just added 1 primary. If you did the business, if you got a business, you add the other. Now what happens is when you get a personal loan, say you go cash in and you try to get to 25 after showing you responsible for it, they gonna bow. They gave you that. Then you go get the business loan for the same amount from a different entity or the same entity. It don't matter because you put different EIN numbers in. You don't put your social security in on this. You put the social security of the person, which is the entity, the business that you created. So that's double up that right there. And then they be like, I'll get you the free money. No, it's not free money. If you don't pay this stuff back, once that lender give you the bread, it's free jail. No, that ain't jail. That's just free broke forever. Street hustling, MoneyGram using. No hard pull, all that. But what was that other one? Let's find another easy primary. I recommend it for the youth.